These aren't your normal hobby tools, but I use them in almost every painting project. They're cheap, easy to find, and honestly, they've made painting faster and easier. None of this is sponsored, it's just stuff I've tested and kept using because it works. If you've watched my videos, you've seen these before. Most of them aren't even made for miniature painting, which is the funny part, so I thought I'd show 3 of my favorites. This little bottle pops up in nearly every video I make. It's called a needle tip applicator. It's just a small squeeze bottle with a fine metal tip like a precision syringe, and that's why it's great. It lets me put a drop of liquid exactly where I want it, but I mainly use these for more aggressive liquids like white spirit. I like using it to prep an area with white spirit. This breaks the surface tension, so when I apply the wash, it flows perfectly into the details. I also like using these for quick rust streaks. Just add a drop to the side of a tank, then add a bit of enamel rust on top and let gravity do the rest. If you use enamel or oil washes, it will change your life. I keep a few on hand and color code my bottles so I don't mix up the different liquids. The lids seal tight too, so nothing dries out. Best part, they're dirt cheap. You can grab a whole pack on Amazon, eBay, or Temu for just a few bucks. It's one of those quality of life tools I keep coming back to. Next up is the Mini Beauty Blender Sponge, probably my favorite tool overall, and has recently become more popular. These things are cheap, easy to find, and insanely versatile. They're perfect for smooth and even paint coverage, making them a great alternative to an airbrush. You can use them to put down paint fast and evenly across flat panels, or to gently blend one color into another for soft transitions. While not as smooth as an airbrush, they have a slightly more textured finish, which in some cases can be preferable compared to the smoother finish an airbrush gives. When I'm painting, how much water and paint is in the sponge can completely change the results. For base coats, I like to keep them just slightly damp. I do this by dunking them in some water and squeezing most of it out before I start painting. This will thin the paint just enough to go on smoothly and works with most paint brands. By removing more paint and moisture, you get a lot more control. You can press a bit harder and know exactly where the paint's going. The surface only touches the high points, so it's great for catching raised edges, things like plasma coils, fur, and even inside a jump pack, while avoiding flooding into the recesses. You can also go the other way and use more water with less paint, making the paint more transparent to tint or glaze an area. That gives you soft color shifts or subtle tone changes. I also keep another sponge just for decals. The soft surface is perfect for pressing decals flat without scratching the paint. Now, aside from painting, they're excellent for enamel and oil work. When cleaning washes, the soft texture is gentle enough not to damage paint, but firm enough to remove excess wash, without leaving microfibers behind that Q-tips sometimes do. I'll keep a separate sponge for cleanup. Add a bit of white spirit to one end to soften or remove a wash, then flip to the dry end to smooth and feather out any harsh transitions. You can get them in bulk for just a few dollars. Rinse them before and after use, and they'll last ages. They will stain after painting, but that doesn't matter, it won't affect further uses. They work best on flat panels like marines or tanks, but they'll tear up on spiky models like Chaos, but you'll have plenty more in the pack to sacrifice. Alright, the last tool is the mini smudge brush. This is another makeup tool that's become a must-have for me. So why use it? Well, apart from being way cheaper than small hobby dry brushes, it's actually really versatile. Sure, it's great for dry brushing small key areas, that's the obvious one, but it's also perfect for laying down smooth, even base coats. When you use it alongside a sponge, you'll get really clean results. The sponge is great for big flat panels, but it struggles with tight spots. This brush is small enough to reach those corners and gaps. It keeps the coverage nice and even all the way through. The soft bristles are also good for feathering paint or even stippling to create a subtle surface texture. You'll find them online as mini smudge brushes. You're just looking for a soft brush with a domed tip. Like the other tools, they're cheap, easy to find, and generally come in sets for a few dollars. They'll last ages if you take care of them, but I do find that with continuous use, they will eventually lose some of that softness. But just like the sponge, I have plenty more to sacrifice. I just give them a rinse with water after I'm done using them, and they're just a really practical addition to the kit. And that's my 3 favorite tools I can't hobby without. If you use any unconventional tools in your setup, drop them in the comments. I'm always keen to see what people are using. If this helped, leave a like and consider subscribing. Huge thanks to everyone on Patreon for keeping this whole thing going. There's more guides over there if you want to dive deeper. Cheers for watching.